desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right
No.
now. They think they have the makings of a good team.
That's your shit.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
My way,
stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Steelers
C'est Trubisky.
for the first time.
So coaching ajustement, flip play off.
Just outside of Cleveland.
Man,
Mitchell Trubisky.
play ball in the air.
We always talk about how analytics
Speed.
are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So
What?
you know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
He was tackled at the 20.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Trubisky's pass.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Mitchell Trubisky.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And taken right on the 30. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Brings up 2nd.
A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 23 carries, 116 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
Trubisky's pass complete.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Ebron's got it. Muscling free near the 40.
Trubisky's pass.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jenkins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and...
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another carry for the running back.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. From the gun, it's Tua. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
This play started with the protection. You have to have it to give your quarterback time to let routes develop downfield. And then it's on him to locate an open man, and he does just that. Play callers love 4 vertical routes because receivers can be open at any time downfield, often for big gains.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
For a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers 3, Dolphins nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
To a hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got an open man. It's Washington. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
37-yard line.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. A slant to Jones. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 25-yard line.
A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 11-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To his left, and he's going to keep it here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we'll see.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
18 yards. Brings up second down at the 36-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do go for it. It's Tagovailoa. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away. On first down, here's Breida. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here's Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A 3-yard pickup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
23-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Caught on the right side by Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now it's Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. That's complete right around the 8. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They'll run on first down. Jenkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Trubisky.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. On 3rd down, it's Jenkins. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where it's...
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38. Yard line.
Fumble on the play.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down.
The handoff to
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They run with Breida, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
That would give to Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Bass is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Please take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Trubisky readies the offense. Down 13-10, a minute 8 to go. A full straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ebron caught left side. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Back to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding.